Alright, hey guys, welcome to the November 2019 layout update. In this layout update, I'm going to be going over a couple things that have changed on the layout and a bunch of new stuff that I got since TrainFest. Starting things off from TrainFest, we have this Athearn RTR SD40-2 in the Wisconsin and Southern paint scheme. This is number 4001. I already have number 4002. So, of course, I had to get 4001 so that I can have the matching set. I put a Soundtrax 9-pin decoder in this locomotive just so I can run it for now, but I hope to put a Econami DCC and sound decoder in it at some point so I can run 4002 and 4001 together reliably and have them both have sound. The next two items are these two Atlas Master Line RBL boxcars. Now I'm up to 18 RBL boxcars from 3 manufacturers, Atlas, Athearn, and Scale Trains, and I love all of them and they all run great. These boxcars are super nice to have because they were very versatile in the real world, so they hauled a lot of different materials, and they are readily available in the Wisconsin and Southern paint scheme, which is great for me. Next up is one of the JLW 2000 10th anniversary cars. If you don't know what this car is, I'll leave a link in the description to James talking about exactly what this car is, but it is to commemorate his 10 years on YouTube, and he does a great job with his videos. He does really good reviews, so I'll leave a link in the description to that so you can go check it out. But from what I can tell, this is one of 50, and it was only one of 10 that was given away at TrainFest. And the people at Spring Creek Model Trains who were giving them away were kind enough to let me take 2, and then I got the other one signed by James, and I'm going to keep that one in the box and never run it. Up next is this Athearn Genesis MP15 AC in the Wisconsin Southern scheme. This is number 1505, and I just have a Digitrax 8-pin decoder in it right now while I'm waiting for a decoder. I found this locomotive at a small hobby shop there at TrainFest, and it was with about 20 other Wisconsin Southern MP15s. I was super excited to find this because I've been looking for one of these MP15s for a while, but I have not been able to find it in the Wisconsin Southern paint scheme yet. So to find 20 of them at one time was kind of a shock for me, and they had them marked at about $150 a piece, but I was willing to pay that because they are so hard to find at this point. But they were actually 40% off, so I got it for like $88, which was just insane for a locomotive that looks this good. And I did the math, and I can put a ESU lock sound decoder in it, LED lights, and a Keep Alive for the exact same price as a brand new Athearn Genesis MP15 with Tsunami. So I was super excited to find this engine, and I'm going to be putting sound in it, as I stated earlier, LED lights, and a Keep Alive. The next locomotive that I got is this Walther's Trainline GP9M in the Wisconsin and Southern paint scheme. In case you can't tell, I kind of like Wisconsin Southern. This is number 911 that I actually got off of eBay a couple weeks before TrainFest, but I wasn't able to pick it up until a couple hours before I recorded this video. So obviously I have not done anything with this locomotive yet. It's straight DC, just like it was out of the factory, so I'm going to put a 9-pin decoder in it as soon as possible because these locomotives run so well. The next locomotive is this Walther's Trainline GP9M in the Canadian National paint scheme. This is number 4497, and I actually put DCC in this locomotive, I want to say almost a year ago, and I purchased this locomotive from the same guy that I put DCC in it for, and I got a super good deal on it, and I got it home and snatched the decoder out of it just so I could put it in 4001 so I could get 4001 running. The reason that I did that is because this locomotive has a cracked driveline coupling, so I'm going to have to get a new one of those before I can run it. If I can't easily get one of those, and if that doesn't solve any of the problems, then I'm probably just going to use it as a parts locomotive since I do have multiple other Trainline GP9Ms. In the last layout update, I talked about a new layout that is being built. Just because I'm making changes to this old layout does not mean that the new layout is not happening. It's just taking a while because we have to do a lot to make that happen. So there will be an update on the new layout soon. I cannot say when, but soon. I didn't do a whole lot to the layout, keeping in mind that it is going to be dismantled, but I did want to make a few changes just to make it a little bit nicer while I still have it. So I added these Walther's telephone poles. I just added 3 of them, just to kind of make this scene look a little bit nicer and not so dead. You can also see that I added these 2 pine trees. I just added those because I had them in a box and I wanted to use them so that they wouldn't just get thrown away. So you might be able to tell here that there's some exposed plaster along the center of the road, and that's because the wheels were hitting the plaster, so I had to grind it down so that they weren't derailing all the time right here. because my larger locomotives, like my 6-axle SD40-2s, would hit plaster in here and then just derail. So I had to run them the opposite direction, or just keep an eye on them, making sure that they didn't fly off the tracks. The top of this shelf really wasn't used for anything useful, so I decided to clean everything off of it, put 2 pieces of G-scale track on it, and then set my 2 smaller G-scale locomotives on it. It's right next to the layout, and it's a nice way to be able to display these 2 locomotives, which do look so good. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that you guys enjoyed some of the new stuff that's coming to the layout. And as I said earlier, there will be an update with the new layout very, very soon.